What's going on, guys? It's Guardian, and today I'm here with yet another video. Today we're going to be playing Palkia Noctowl, which is one of my favorite decks in the format right now, simply because I just love its energy. It gives a different type of energy around it, you know what I mean? It's a violent deck, is what I want to say. So, you know what I mean? Let's just get right in and we play one copy of Manaphy that blocks damage done to our bench Pokemon by attacks. Now, placing damage counters and things like that with Sableye and Dragapult still come through, but not really too worried about it. As long as we can stop big damage, we'll be alright. The big boy attacker right here is going to be Palkia V-Star. We already know what Palkia V-Star does. You saw it in the Champ Pow video that absolutely saw a zero play. I was in the back rooms all day. That was fun. We have Subspace Well, 60 damage, 20 more for each bench Pokemon. Star Portal, get 3 water energy from the discard, put them on your Pokemon in any way you like. Water Pokemon. Radiant Greninja here just for the draw support. Radiant Greninja is an absolutely phenomenal attacker as well if you do need to start taking out your opponent's bench Pokemon. We do play a copy of Gengar with that Netherworld Gate ability. If you don't know what this Gengar does, it's pretty cool. If it's in the discard pile at any point, you can put it on your bench and put 3 damage counters on it. So you can Ultra Ball this thing away and get it right back to sort of beef up more damage with Palkia. Play a copy of Fezandipity just in case one of our Pokemon gets knocked out. We can draw an extra 3 cards. One line of Bidoof Bibarel. I mean, I kind of like being able to draw cards, especially if I'm in a rough spot. I mean, we play one copy of Fan Rotom, which on our first turn of the game, get 3 Pokemon with 100 HP or less, and those Pokemon are going to be Hoot and Noctowl. Noctowl, if you have a Terra Pokemon in play, it allows you to search your deck for up to 2 trainer cards and put them into your hand. This is huge, especially when you're playing Terrapagos EX, which is going to be our main thing to be able to get Area 0 Under Depths activated. I mean, overall, the Pokemon in this deck have really good synergy together. We play one copy of Buddy Buddy Puffin. I mean, we're really only looking for Hoots and Bidoofs and a Fan Rotom turn 1 if we can get that. Canceling Clone just in case your opponent's playing around some annoying abilities like Stall or Wall. One copy of Counter Catcher. We're not really going to be on the back foot way too much with a deck like this. So it's nice to be able to just be able to have that opportunity if we do get less prizes or more prizes than our opponent. Sorry, I'm really tired. We have a copy of Earthen Vessel, just to be able to discard a card from our hand, search for 2 energy cards. You can use this to Earthen Vessel away something and then Ultra Ball those energy and then get that back with Palkia. That's mainly the sort of flow that you want to get. Or you can Glass Trumpet them onto your bench Pokemon, bench colorless Pokemon. You can only use this card if you have a Terra Pokemon in play, and you're probably going to have a Terrapagos almost all the time, if not guaranteed for most of the game. We play 4 copies of Nest Ball. Almost every Pokemon in this deck that we really would want to get on the bench is a basic Pokemon, so that's sort of self-explanatory. 1 copy of Night Stretcher, just in case you want to be able to get yourself your Terrapagos back and get that Area 0 back up instantly. 1 copy of Prime Catcher, which is going to be our A-Spec of the deck. If you don't know what this is, switch one of your opponent's bench Pokemon to the active, and also switch one of your Pokemon from the bench to the active. Not a bad A-Spec. Play 1 copy of Super Rod just for that regular recovery. We already know how Super Rod works. We play 1 copy of Switch, just in case, you know, you're playing against a stall deck and your Canceling Cologne has already been used or in the discard pile. Being able to switch out of something is very useful. 4 copies of Ultra Ball. Ultra Ball is one of the best trainer cards in the game, period. Discard 2 cards from your hand, search your deck for a Pokemon. We can use this to grab ourselves a Terrapagos, our Noctowl, our Palkia V-Stars, Ultra Ball the 2 energy, and get the Palkia V-Star, attach this energy to a Radiant Greninja, get a Snipe, you know what I mean? There's a whole lot that goes on with that. 4 copies of Area 0. We want to be able to beef up our bench as much as possible so we can make sure that Subspace Well is taking massive KOs. 2 copies of Boss's Orders, just in case our opponent's got something on the bench that's just an easy 2-prizer. We can go ahead and ring that up. We play 3 copies of Iono, which is just a nice little hand disruption, and if we're having a really rough hand, we can just go ahead and play an Iono and see if we can get ourselves out of that. We play 3 copies of Irida. Most of the Pokemon in this deck are water Pokemon, so we can grab ourselves our Palkias, we can grab ourselves our Radiant Greninjas, our Manaphy's, and move on with our life. We play 1 copy of Kieran, just in case we are into a spot where we do have to attack with Terrapagos. We want to be able to do an extra, just a little bit more damage, and we do play 7 water energy. So yeah, I mean, let's get into game number 1 and see how the deck does. Also, forgive me for like misclicking. I decided that I'm gonna play on 1920 by 1080, so that way that box on the right side of the screen is gone. And I usually play on 1080 by 1080 for games like Counter-Strike and stuff like that. I play on 1440 by 1080 for most other games, so I'm switching resolutions constantly. I mean, it's a problem, but it's a problem I don't want to fix, because if it's not broken, there's no need to fix it. You know what I'm saying? But our opponent's going to be taking quite a long time here to call the coin flip. Using heads. Come on, Tails. Come on, Tails. You know you want to give it to me. No, you don't. Awesome. So that is a little bit interesting. I mean, if they choose to let us go first, I always want to go first. It's a problem. It doesn't even matter what deck I'm playing. My deck could be instant win turn 2. Going first, I will still choose to go first. I don't know what it is. I just enjoy being able to play my cards. And our opponent's going to go first, so I'm not really too upset about that. I mean, I guess we'll see what they do. That is definitely a hand. That is one of the hands of all time. Damn. That's kind of annoying. I just seem to mulligan a lot when I record. I never mulligan this much when I'm just, you know what I mean, doing my thing. I mean, I guess we can... Oh, wait, that's actually not bad at all, because then we can get Fan Rotom, we can get ourselves a couple of things going here. Awesome. I just don't want to miss sequence. So we're going to Nest Ball for Fan Rotom, and then we're going to Nest Ball for Terapagos. We're going to grab 2 Hoots and a Noctowl. We're going to get Charizard. Alright. Artisan, of course, as you would. Buddy Polyphone, probably going to grab a Pidgey and a Duskull. I would imagine. If they grab anything else, then Fan Rotom and Charizard. Interesting. So I guess Fan Rotom can get the Pidgeys, right? Yeah, they can also get a Pidgeotto. And they're going to attack with Fan Rotom. Okay. I don't know what y'all have done to me. Why am I here? I shouldn't be here. Then again, I haven't played the ladder, so my elo is pretty significantly low. So I guess I'm sort of meant to go into these little back room areas and figure out what's going on. Okay, and we do get ourselves a nice little Bidwell there too. So we're gonna Nest Ball for Terapagos. We're gonna get ourselves Artisan for Fan Rotom. Get that on the bench, and we're just gonna grab ourselves 2 Hoots and a Noctowl. And I think we'll pass right after that. Of course, we're gonna bench these first, right? Yep. And then we do have the Terapagos, which activates Noctowl's ability. We'll grab an Area 0. And maybe an Ultra Ball or an Earthen Vessel. I think Vessel might be the play here, just so that way we can grab ourselves. I mean, we're gonna grab 4 trainer cards. I think Earthen Vessel and then Ultra Ball to be able to. Don't do it. Earthen Vessel and Ultra Ball to be able to Ultra Ball away the energies that we got, and then start swinging with Palkia. But it does seem like our opponent is going to be taking out one of our Hoots. They do not want us to grab trainer cards. They're annoying. Alright, well, we do get a prize card off of that, so I guess it can't be too bad. And we get Nirda. So I guess the Earthen Vessel that we got is already accounted for. Not too mad about that at all, but if they get another way to knock out the Shoutout, I'm going to be a little bit upset. Might cry a little. Just a little bit. Our hand is pretty good. Our hand is set up for the next turn, so hopefully next turn we can start making things happen. If we can make things happen, then I like making things happen. Our opponent's going to be playing Artisan, probably grabbing another Charmander. Yep. They can sense the KO common, but if I can get a Radiant Greninja play this turn, then that might be awesome. So we're going to play the Bibs. We're going to play Noctowl. We're going to grab ourselves Area 0 and Earthen Vessel. Yeah. Area 0, Earthen Vessel, beautiful. We're going to play the Area 0, bumping our opponent's stadium. We're going to play Palkia, move the V-Star out, Earthen Vessel away a Gengar, grab 2 Water Energy, Irida for, nope, Greninja and Ultra Ball. We're going to bench the Greninja, Ultra Ball away 2 Water Energy. I was tempted to get rid of the Noctowl, but we don't really need it that much. We can grab Peasantipity for that beautiful flip the script ability, and Gengar on our bench. We're going to draw 3 cards using Industrious Incisors. Okay, not a bad 3 cards. We can also flip the script, and we can draw 2 more with the concealed cards. Come on, give us a switch. That is like actually so perfect. Switch into Rad Ninja. We're gonna hit that star portal, and our opponent's gonna have to figure it out when they don't have access to Charizards this early. This is what I love to see. 90 on you and 90 on you. Bam. Awesome. That's exactly what I wanted. Grabbing 2 prize cards. Palkia and a boss's orders. Not bad. So our opponent's in a tight situation right now, and we can go ahead and grab ourselves a Glass Trumpet to put energy on Terrapagos. There's a lot of things that we can do with a hand like this, and our opponent is going to be promoting Fan Rotom. I like to see it. I really do like to see it. So, I mean, I don't know what they're planning to do right now. I mean, they're not in the easiest spot to get out of, but they're also, it's not impossible. But they are going to be attaching a Fire Energy. They can do 70 and get rid of the stadium, or they can just do 70 and move on. But if I can get Terrapagos swinging, I'm definitely not taking out that Pidgey because they just went into Pidgeot. No, Terrapagos doesn't even come close to knocking out a Pidgeot EX, which is kind of upsetting. I would love for Aqua Patch to come back into the format. Can we do that, Pokemon? Can we get Aqua Patch back, please? I love Water Decks, if you guys can't tell. Water Decks always just seem to have like the perfect synergy with each other, and they always seem to just always come out on top. Like whenever you're able to do something interesting, it's usually with a Water Deck. Okay, I don't like that Charmander. If I can get a double Glass Trumpet, I'm going to make sure that that Charmander does not get to move. Alright, another Ultra Ball. So what do we do here? I'm almost tempted to just... I think we Irida for a Glass Trumpet. And we can grab another Palkia V-Star. Just establish that threat as soon as possible. We can Glass Trumpet onto Terrapagos and Fan Rotom. We can return Greninja into the bench, promote Fan Rotom, and take out their Fan Rotom with a Salt Landing. So, I mean, our opponent's probably going to get a Rare Candy Zard next turn, so if they do choose to knock out Fan Rotom, I can flip the script for 3. I just need to be able to get a Palkia V-Star going. That's really all that's all I'm really worried about. But our opponent does seem to be sitting there, worried about what to choose. Alright, they do choose Charmander. So if they have an Arven or anything, there's a lot of ways to get just a regular Charmander into a Charizard with a deck like this, just because of how fast it plays. So they are going to quick search. Probably going to grab Ultra Ball, Rare Candy, Arven. There's a lot of things that you can grab with this beautiful Pidgeot EX right here. Rare Candy into Charizard as predicted. So it looks like our Fan Rotom is going to be bye-bye. If they have a boss's orders, that's also going to be like kind of annoying. But I think next turn we definitely Iono. Yeah, we Iono because then we can use Bibarel to draw more cards, and then we can use Pheasantipity to draw more cards. Yeah, I want to see more cards because if we can get a Palkia V-Star going, that would be our best bet because then we can just knock out a Pidgeot for game. But they are going to go grab an Arven, probably. Yep. I just need to find 2 energy. So I think I sacrifice Rotom here. I promote Gengar. Iono, draw 3. Put like an energy on a Palkia V-Star. And pray that they don't get boss off an Iono. Or something like that. That might be our best way of doing this. Hold on, wait. Ravagos. 8 times 8, that's 240. That's 270. We're still whiffing. Just barely. With that full bench and Terrapagos in the active. That's kind of annoying. Pidgeot would survive with 10 HP, so I couldn't just boss it up with an energy. But it looks like our opponent is just going to take out our fan Rotom here. Let's promote Gengar. See if we can sort of mess him up with an uneven prize trade. This is definitely a hand. Okay, we're going to play Manaphy. Yeah. Even though it doesn't really stop things like Duskull, that might be our best play. Okay, that's nice. Awesome, so we do get the energy that we need for next turn. I just need to hope that they don't have... I really want to use Radiant Greninja, but I feel like it might not be the best play to just draw more cards, because then we get... yeah, we're gonna hold the energy, just because I can either swing with Terrapagos or swing with Palkia next turn. If we swing with Palkia, we win the game. But hopefully they decide to knock out this Gengar, because it does have a 2 retreat cost. And I'm really not trying to dig for Prime Catcher. That would be kind of annoying. I mean, our opponent is probably just going to grab another Duskull, yeah. Which I'm not really too upset about. They can go ahead and figure out what they want to do with that. Ultra Ball. They're probably going to grab the Dusclops or something like that. Dusknoir, so they might have Rare Candy Dusknoir in hand, and then they can take out Arven for Rare Candy. Yep, okay. So they're probably going to take out... What would they get? Because they can't really... I mean, they can knock out the Gengar, right? And they're going to give me a prize off of this. So then I just boss up Duskull and win. Because they have no more cards in hand. They played Arven. I mean, unless they play Unfair Stamp. No, they play Prime Catcher, so yeah, I mean, they have no way of resetting my hand. But Artisan is annoying. So we can get rid of Noctowl, we can get... No, we do not want to get rid of Bibarel, but it doesn't matter because you already clicked it and you can't unclick it. Okay, well, we just boss up Duskull and win off of that, so I'm not really too upset about that. And that's if our opponent decides to take the KO here. I don't imagine that they just sit here and hold it. If they do, I'm gonna have to dig a little bit. Please just take the KO. Please just do it. Just please. You know you want that 2 prize turn. Yep. Awesome. So, promote Palkia, boss up Duskull for game. Absolute cinema right here. Attach energy. Boss's orders. Give me this thing right here. And that will be a GG's from me. Subspace Swell for 200 damage. And I just realized that I miscounted because they didn't do anything. Okay, never mind. I forgot that I had 2 prizes left. I can't count. I mean, if these Curse Blast, just lose, so. I mean, that would be funny to see happen. But they're probably not going to do that. I can't believe I messed that up, because then I could have attacked with Terrapico. I actually just threw so hard. Radiant Zard. Hold on. Do they smack with Radiant Zard here? No, they just keep that there. I sold the game. I sold the game so hard. I sold the game. I was thinking way too ahead. Damn. Alright, hold on. It's not over yet. It is just not over yet. Okay. Knights. Let's get Gengar back on the bench. Alright. We can Night Stretcher for an energy. Attach it to Terrapagos. We can Prime Catcher. Alright, let's just go for it. Right. We give them Manaphy, I guess. Then we play Iono. Yeah, I don't know what I was thinking. I totally sold the game so hard. Oh man, it's fine. It's 7 a.m. I'm not gonna be too upset with myself. It is 7 in the morning, so I will not say I'm not performing at peak, but you're not here for peak. You're here for someone who plays meta decks but doesn't play them well. So Combustion Best per game. I mean, GG's. Damn. And I was just talking about how like Misplays and Bricks sold this deck in a regional, and here I am doing it. But that is going to be it for game number 1. Maybe games number 2 and 3 will be a little bit happier for me. So yeah, I mean, I guess I'll see you guys then. Alright gang, let's go ahead and kick off game number 2. Now you might have noticed a little bit of a jump cut. That's completely fine, and I did move the cam up a little bit because I noticed that my prize cards and the left side of my hand was covered. So hopefully that maneuvering does a little better. I am fresh out of work, so let's see if we can get that mindset going to play a deck like this. I sold the first game expeditiously. I understand that. Y'all don't gotta yell at me. Please don't yell at me. I might cry. But let's see what we're going to do. Our opponent's going to decide, and they're going to go first. All right, let's see what we can get. I got a nice little Fruit Punch C4 in front of me. You know what I mean? It's that little pick-me-up, and we're going to get started off with a Radiant Greninja and Terrapagos. That's awesome. And since we can Irida next turn, we also have Area 0. Ooh, what is our opponent playing? Grass Energy. So they're probably going to be playing... I'm actually curious. God, that was some good. I don't know what's in that. Oh, Frostlass. I wasn't talking about the deck. I was talking about the drink. I don't know what's in that drink. Oh, Badoo. How do you do? This deck is going to struggle without its item cards. Eevee, Cleffa. I mean, is it Leafeon EX? But you don't have the Eevee that lets you evolve it, like, instantly. I'm confused, and we're playing Dark Energy. I don't know. Like, this like, as far as like if this game had like a score for like each deck, I feel like Palkia, Terrapagos would be up there, but apparently the game don't think so. So let's go ahead and grab ourselves a Buddy Puffin and a Palkia. Or do we grab? Oh, is Fan Rotom in the prize cards? No, there's no way that Fan Rotom... There's no way I prized everything, right? Okay, they're here. Okay. So, it scared me for a second. I don't know why they were in the back half. That got me going crazy. But we're going to grab Fan Rotom, and we're going to grab a Hoot. We're going to grab another Hoot, Noctowl, and we might grab... Yeah, let's grab just another Noctowl, because why not? I mean, we're going to have 3 in hand. We only have 2 Noctowls or Hoots to play. And we're going to discard Palkia V-Star and Noctowl just to grab that Vibro, because next turn we're going to evolve, and we're going to want some draw power. But what they're probably going to do is just retreat into Badoo and smack us for 10, and then plus whatever if they have any extra damage modifiers. So that's going to be annoying. There's Artisan. We can get rid of Fan Rotom. It's already served its purpose as being there to get us our Noctowls. So I'm not too upset about that. We can also grab Area 0 again, but the retreat into Badoo is probably going to be happening right now. Or into Cleffa. I'm alright with a Grasping Draw. I like my abilities. I would like to be able to... Not abilities. I like my item cards. I like to use those. Please let me use those more. But we do get an extra turn to sort of set up a little bit here. We might grab Earthen Vessel and Ultra Ball with one of these Noctowls just to be able to get Palkia set up. Or get Radiant Greninja set up, because if I can take out that Badoo and that Eevee, our opponent's going to have a little bit more of a rough time setting up, because they're not going to have their evolutions, and they're not going to have that item lock that they so desperately require. But let's go ahead and see what we get here. A Canceling Cologne. That's huge. Maybe. I'm not too sure. I just said it's huge because I want to. We're going to evolve into one Noctowl. I do have a Terra Pokemon in play. That's a mistake that a lot of people do make. Bars. We're going to grab the Earthen Vessel, and we are going to grab the Ultra Ball. Let's go ahead and Earthen Vessel away the Canceling Cologne, and let's go ahead and grab 2 Water Energies. Let's go ahead and Ultra Ball those 2 Water Energies away. Grab ourselves another... No, actually... Let's grab a Fez. Wait, hold on. Maybe Manaphy. Maybe Manaphy would be better. Manaphy might be able to save us a little bit more than anything else, really. Just in case they do play something that has a bench spread, which I think Vaporeon does. Don't quote me on that, but I think Vaporeon does do bench damage. Grab the Prime Catcher just for a few turns from now. We do have 3 energy in the discard, right? We have 2. There we go. So I'm glad I looked at that. Let's go ahead and Industrious Incisors for a couple more cards. There we go. So we are going to go ahead and do this. We're going to Star Portal onto Radiant Greninja. There's nothing there that stops damage on a bench, right? Yep. And I think we'll Iono. Do we want to, though? Because if we Iono right now, then we're going to give our opponent a fresh hand and everything they got off that Grasping Draw. But I don't know if they got specifically what they wanted off of it. But we're gonna rip the Iono. I don't want to have Prime Catcher in hand anyway. At least for right now. I don't think we really need that right now. And the energy that we're going to discard with this attack, we're going to get right back. Go ahead and grab Fez just in case the return knockout comes. And it probably will. Let's be honest. And we're going to go ahead and Moonlight Shuriken onto Eevee and Badoo. I feel like, actually, no, we're going to put it on the Monkey Dory, because then it'll get knocked out next turn. And Monkey Dory is going to be annoying. Yeah, we're going to put it on Monkey Dory, because then Frostlass will kick in and knock that out, because it has an ability. So I think that might be a good play. It might be a bad play, but it's definitely one of the plays that we did make. So Freezing Shot going to come through and knock out Monkey Dory. That's another prize for me. That might have just been a Giga Brain play, but hey, whatever. So we can Glass Trumpet and then swing with Terapagos next turn, or okay, the Snow Run, another Snow Run's gonna come out. That's awesome. So I probably could have did something different, but I'm not gonna sit here and cry about it. Okay, they bring out Bibarel, which isn't that big of an issue, because I can dig with the nothing that I can really get rid of right now. Yeah, this Frostlass gotta go. Frostlass gotta go. If there's a way we can smack with a Radiant Greninja, it's gonna have to happen. And they're gonna go ahead and use Itchy Pollen. Okay. Tough spot right now. But I think if we just boss up Radzam... Ooh, but Irida's looking kind of nice for me right now. What would we Irida for? We don't really need anything right now with Irida. We don't really... I mean...
Yeah, we'll keep Irida in hand. We'll just hope that our opponent doesn't have a double turbo to be able to swap out. Because we can Irida for Prime Catcher and then use the Glass Trumpet and Night Stretcher to get an energy back, manual attach, and then do something like that. And start swinging with Terapagos. I think that might be our play. Because then we can grab Glaceon, hit that pretty hard. And then the turn afterwards, we can hit it again. So they only have one Frostlass, but they're going to get the second. So Manaphy is going to go. And they're going to Arven with the last card in their hand. Don't know what they're going to grab here. Probably a Switch. If they grab a Switch, I'm going to be really, really annoyed. This deck, it kind of folds a little bit to an item lock. It's mainly just because of the Frostlass. The Frostlass does put in a lot of work for that deck. You wouldn't think that just one damage counter on abilities is like that bad, but Manaphy is going to get knocked out. What else do we have? I mean, Noctowl's got like 2 more turns to live. And it's kind of scary. It's scary out here. And especially considering that they're just going to be transferring damage counters. I mean, you can go ahead and knock out the Manaphy. I'm not going to sit here and be upset about that. I mean, it's going to get KO'd anyway. Waste your turn. Maybe I... Choose up to 2. Okay, so I can choose just 1, right? Yeah. Then we can Night Stretcher the energy back. Let's go ahead and play Irida. Grab Prime Catcher and another Palkia V-Star. We'll Prime Catcher out Glaceon V. Put up Terapagos. And then we'll play Nest Ball, see what else we have in the deck left. Okay, it's just a Palkia. So we're going to go ahead and play that Terapagos. We're going to evolve into Palkia V-Star just to thin our hand a little bit more. Vibrel for an extra 3. And we do get a decent rest of the hand, but Unified Beatdown for 240 damage is going to be sort of devastating to our opponent. But we are going to be getting hit with that passive damage with the Frostlass. This is kind of what it's annoying. So we can take out Glaceon or Glaceon, however you want to pronounce that, this next turn. But we are going to be losing Noctowls. So our opponent's going to be taking 2 KOs in between turns. So they're going to have 3 prizes. We'll have 4. Yeah, so our opponent is going to be in a better spot than us, but not enough to where it's going to be too bad. Oh, we have Kieran in hand. So we could actually make something happen. If they get a Glaceon and we can take a knockout with the Kieran. So I mean, you're going to be 10 damage short, but I hate decks like this. And there goes our Noctowls. So they're going to be at 3 prize cards left. And we're still going to be at 4. But it's not the end of the world. We do get a water energy off of the top deck. But I don't think it matters too much, right? We'll attach that to Radiant Greninja just in case. Because it's going to get knocked out anyway, actually. That's a bad idea. We'll just take the 180. And then, yeah. Because after that happens, they have no more Terra Pokemon, so you're going to have to get rid of something. If they keep Radiant Alakazam, then that's going to be a problem for them. Because that's going to get knocked out after my turn. So they have to keep the Frostlass. They're probably going to keep the Radiant Alakazam. No, they're not. Okay, so the Frostlass is going to stay. If they get another Glaceon out, I'm going to be taking the KO. on the Glaceon with Kieran in hand. Actually, I don't think we hit enough, right? Because we can bench the Hoot, we can Nest Ball. I don't think we'll have enough. We can try. We can certainly try, because after, well, we're gonna have to get a lot to make it happen, but we can definitely make it happen. But I think the safer play for them would be to not evolve. And they're gonna Iono, so that whole win condition is out the window. I mean, cool, I guess. Bibs is gonna go down. Maybe we draw into something goated. An Iono of our own. That's what I'm talking about. So we'll attach the water energy to the Palkia, and we're gonna Iono. Give our opponent a single card to work with here. Well, we get to an Irida. That's actually insanely huge for us. So we're gonna be taking the KO here. Nothing in our bench is gonna get knocked out with the Frost Blast damage. So we're gonna be alright on that front. And we have the water energy to attach to Palkia just in case they do something sketchy. But I don't think they're going to be able to pull off a Glaceon, right? What do you do? 30 damage to one of your opponent's bench Pokemon. Okay, so even with that 30 damage, I don't think they hit KO, right? Because they're only hitting 110. Yeah, so they're going to have to figure something else out. But I think overall, they get Iono. Wild. Alright, we're both off one card. What do I get? Super Rod. Okay, that's not horrible. But they just get a regular energy, and they have to figure that out. I don't think they have a way to take the extra prize here, right? That's gonna be 170. Oof. Wait, hold on. I still win. Hold on. Absolute cinema, because I can take out the Eevee. Right? Our opponent just loses. Or they just lost the game, right? Because the Frost Blast are gonna be doing 20 damage in between turns. I mean, you can go ahead and put up the Monkey Dory. That doesn't really help you in the situation, because I still hit for KO. But yeah, we take the win against Badoo, Badoo, Laz, Glaceon, Monkey Dory, whatever you want to call it. We took the dub. So we are currently 1-1 as far as this deck goes. I hate their kind of setup. It's annoying, but hey, we pulled through with Terapagos coming in as the GOAT. Honestly, I'm so happy for it. But let's go ahead and move on to game number 3. And let's see if we can go ahead and get ourselves a little positive record. A little something. Just a little something positive. But let's see if this match is going. Instant. I like that. I don't even need to cut. Luffy time. I'm going to hit you with this gum beatdown, as Terapagos would be. Heads, because tails never fails, except for when it's me. Love it. I love flipping tails on the coin flip. It's my favorite thing of all time. But let's go ahead and see what our opponent is going to be playing right here. I'm actually kind of curious. This might be a fun little gameplay right here as our last game of the day. Might make something happen a little bit. Oof. I like this hand a little bit. This is a calm little hand. But we are going to be going second, which means that we're going to be taking a little bit longer to get ourselves our things, but I'm not going to sit here and be too overtly upset about it. Let's just see what happens, because I'm way too curious myself. I don't know what our opponent's playing right now. Oh, alright. I already can tell. Awesome. My microphone did the funny thing again, but we are kind of stuck. So I think we're just going to boss up the Pokemon Go Charmander and hope that they don't have a way out. Because I still need a Terra Pokemon to be able to activate Noctowl. And we don't have that right now. We don't have a lot right now. And they're going to be playing Eevee, so they're probably playing Flareon. on top of this build, or whatever evolution they want. I mean, Jolteon also works, considering I think it's the same exact energy requirement for that second attack, and it also does the same amount of damage and the same stipulation. But they're gonna get Rare Candy and Power Hourglass. I'm Rare Candy into what? Oh, I see. I see now. All right. So this might be a quick pack 'em up. I might get packed up real quick here. But we're gonna hit Burning Darkness. We do have access to Pheasantipity next turn, which might make this a little bit easier on the mind. Maybe we draw something nice, but overall, Radiant Greninja goes by. That's really big for these Rare Candy decks for me to lose. And I bet you they're really happy about that. But we're gonna be promoting Hoot Hoot here, and let's see what we can do with the Pheasantipity. Can Fez draw us out of this situation? We get Palkia. So Palkia does allow us to be able to swing a little bit harder. We get Nest Ball, which allows us to open up with Terapagos. And what that does is open up Noctowl. So all of a sudden, this game went from not looking too good to looking just fine. I think we grab Earthen Vessel here and Ultra Ball, because I can't really... I want to grab Prime Catcher, but I think that we're just going to have to bank on getting the Switch card off of this Iono, because we do play a Switch and we do have the Prime Catcher. I think the best bet for us would be to just hope that we can get Palkia set up for next turn. That might just be all we got, because Palkia is going to swing for weakness, not against Charizard EX, the Darkness type, but against the other Charizard. So what else do we want to grab here? I guess we can grab the Fan Rotom, because no, it's not our first turn. We can't use that. We can grab Bidoof just to make sure that maybe late game we can get ourselves that draw supporter out. Just a little bit easier. But Iono into 6 fresh cards, a brand new hand. Let's see what this can do for us. And we do get a switch. Awesome. So we're going to attach the Water Energy manually. I think the best bet for us would be to use Glass Trumpet and just hold off on the second one, or we can just wait and then figure that out in a little bit. But I guess we'll just bench the Palkia right now, and then we'll go ahead and pass. I don't want to leave the Noctowl in the active spot. That's the problem that I'm facing, but I don't really have much of a choice. It's going to be a single prizer. Regardless of what they take, they're going to be on their even prize trade, so I think that just leaving that there is going to be our best bet. Next turn, we send up Palkia, and they play the Dark type Umbreon. Safe to say I wasn't expecting that at all. And I need to be able to get the Palkia V-Star. So we'll see what our draw is, and then if we have to, that Pheasantipity I haven't seen. I'm going to keep it a whole Raculation. What do you do? Oh, so it's only to itself. I got scared for a second. But I mean, Umbreon is probably the weakest of the evolutions, so I'm not really... You can go ahead and thumbs up all you want, brother. I'm not too worried about it. You're playing a backrooms pile, so you can go ahead and do all that. But we do get another Nest Ball, which is going to be awesome. We can grab another Hoot Hoot. I think that's what we'll grab here. Yeah, we'll grab a Hoot Hoot. We'll go ahead and Fez for 3. Couple things we want to grab off of this, and there's the couple of them. So we do get the Palkia V-Star. We're going to go ahead and do that. We're also going to go ahead and use the V-Star power to attach the energy. We're only hitting for 260, but it's not the worst thing in the world, so I guess we'll just go ahead and smack, and then they can't really hit back as hard. Or do we take the KO on the Charcadet, and then we swing up with something else? But I think we'll just go ahead and 260 for now. So I guess we're going to go ahead and play... I mean, we can go ahead and just take the knockout right here, but I think Irida is going to be the best thing that we can do right now, because then we can grab Counter Catcher. And then next turn, we can go ahead and beef up that damage just a little bit more. But we're going to be swinging for 280 right now. I mean, they can go ahead and take the prize card with Onyx. with discarding the energy. I'm not really going to be too upset about that because then because they're going to be on an even prize trade regardless. So I'll just go ahead and take the I don't know if that's a bug where it reflects your opponent's bench, but whatever. We'll just deal with that. We do get another Palkia V-Star, so we can go ahead and attach another energy to Palkia, the one that's on our bench, and then we can get another Palkia V-Star up, which is awesome. And if our opponent does decide to take the prize card, that activates Counter Catcher. And if they get a Ceruledge on the bench, then we can go ahead and Counter Catcher that thing up and take another 2 prize cards. And then that leaves them in a kind of a different spot. But what does Mela do? Attach basic energy, one of your Pokemon. Okay, that's actually not bad at all. But it seems like they're not going to be playing Charcadet. I'm kind of confused what build they're playing. Lugia, though, this is a pile. They're playing one of the decks of all time. So they're going to be using Moon Mirage right now for 160. That does take the KO, so kind of, I mean, whatever. I'm not going to sit here and complain about that at all. You can go ahead and do your thing, brother. You can go ahead and do your thing. Palkia V-Star. We're going to Ultra Ball. Away Gengar. And I guess Glass Trump. No, we don't want to get rid of Glass Trump. We'll get rid of Switch. Because I'm not really too worried about the Switch right now. But we're going to be playing Bibarel. And I guess we could put Gengar onto the bench. We probably want to Irida for Night Stretcher. Did we use Night Stretcher already? No, we did not. So we'll go ahead and Irida, grab Night Stretcher, put the energy into our hand, manually attach it to Palkia, and then we're going to be able to make sure that we have a second Palkia set up. And our opponent just is not going to be too happy with us. But they can go ahead and hold this. How much damage are we doing right now? Hold that 300 straight to the face. And deal with that whenever they want. We'll go ahead and evolve into Palkia V-Star on the bench, and we're going to make sure that we can just Glass Trumpet onto Trapagos in case we do need to end up using Yo, you can moan all you want, bro. You did this to yourself. You're going to have to refine that, and we get a Water Energy. Oh my god, this is awesome. We'll go ahead and flip the script real quick. And we do get another Palkia, so, I mean, it's kind of hopeless for our opponent. We are smacking for 320 damage. And I don't think that they can really take the KO. I mean, they can go ahead with Ceruledge and try and do something, but then we can just, you know what I mean? We can move on. We can do something else. We get a boss off the prize. Like, this game is perfect. This deck is perfect. This deck is insane, and I love it. So, we'll go ahead and have our opponent go ahead and figure that out. I think they're going to touch the Dark Energy and bank on us not having a way to switch out the opponent or their active Pokemon. Yeah, so they're going to bank on the fact that I flipped Tails off of the coin flip. Think that's what they're gonna do. What does this do? Okay, so this is yeah, so I mean, regardless, I just boss up Lugia EX or Latias EX for the game next turn, and then our opponent is gonna, I mean, they could bump the stadium. That could be something that they could do to delay the game, but it looks like they're gonna pass, and that's gonna be a boss KO on the Latias EX. So Palkia goes ahead and takes nice little 2-on-1. Nice little 2-on-1. So we're gonna be closing out positive. I don't think we've been negative as far as like things go. I mean, maybe Chiampao was negative. I'm not really too sure. I think it was. But yeah, I mean, coming off of the 3-0 with a 2-1, I'm not really too worried about that at all. So and we end up going to the Great Balls here, which is what I want to see. Let's go ahead and claim our rewards. Our 300 points for the Battle Pass. And a nice little full art right there, full art Airy. But yeah, that was a really great showcase. I hope you guys have a great day.